back to Dum-Dums and Dragons, where improvisers who've never roleplayed before journey into the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I am the Grand Wizard Bukake, your host. Our heroes are carrying out a quest for a witch to get Dawdle's original body back. But has Dawdle revealed all of her secrets, or is she holding back even more? Will Quinny be forced to betray Baba Yaga's trust like he did Manny's? And will Butthole's constant yelling of House Farch ruin any attempt our heroes make at secrecy? Find out next on Dum-Dums and Dragons. Welcome to the Thieves Guild, and I offer a hand for you to shake.
And I say that'll be 10 gold. I think we've had a real breakthrough here.
Oh, God, let's go
make
find
it
3
20.
out. Let's go find 3 out. Let's go find 3 out.
So
Okay.
I send a raven to the Thieves Guild that includes the info of where the crash is and that kind of thing. And then, let's go find Three-Eyed Owl.
As you make your way into the city, it's definitely a bustling place, a lot of activity. Much like any other city, you can see signs for taverns. They seem to mostly line the river. In town, as you're kind of wandering through, you see a number of places. You see a place called the Curmudgeon's Emporium. You see a pub called the Eagle's Rest. You see the Flame Inn. There seems to be a small alchemical witch's hut called the Hag's Dose. Quinny, as you start to ask around, you're told that Three-Eyed Owl can often be found at the Gilded Bear, which is a tavern in the north end.
Is that near the junkyard?
Yes, it's not too far from there.
Why don't we stop at the junkyard on the way to go and have a conversation with our 3-eyed friend?
Seems pretty smart. Junkyard, then Al.
I'm not too interested in the junkyard.
But it could fix the airship if we can buy the parts.
All right, I don't know much about airships. I figure we could split up. But
Yeah, let's split up.
Yeah, you can split up.
Okay, cool.
I'll allow it. So Butthole's on Team Airship.
I would also like to be on Team Airship.
Are you good at making things? Do you have someone who's
Mrs.
good
Paisley can make things.
Is she good at airship maintenance?
She's more delicate.
Do you have someone who does airship maintenance? Do you have a techie?
I'm so good at building things. Maybe I should be on Team Airship.
Dawdle,
made that
she made a
trap.
hell of a trap.
I
It only
made a
took her
hell of
4
a
days.
trap.
You're an expert
4
kidnapper.
days.
Yeah, but imagine if she had Bucky.
Who's Bucky?
Bucky is everyone's little brother, and sometimes that can be annoying, but sometimes it's very useful. Also, he can blind everyone at a wedding.
Oh.
he's our biggest and maybe only fan. He's with the airship, though. He's not around.
Yeah, he had to run security. Do you have a machinery person?
I've never really had much need for one, but Crunch can carry stuff.
Okay, Dawdle, I think you go with me. We'll go buy airship stuff because Dawdle knows how to build stuff.
I know how to
And
build stuff.
If you've got a super tough personality, Quinny, if he gets hit, he just dies. We've seen it. So you keep Quinny safe.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how much motivation I have to take part in criminal activity any more than I actually have to, you know?
Well, you did just join the Thieves Guild.
Let's go find some spare parts.
So Butthole and Dawdle, you go off in search of spare parts. Juniper and Quinny, you start making your way towards the Gilded Bear. Along the way, you find a number of shops, and Juniper, you see almost a curiosity shop, which is called the Workshop of Wonders. And inside, you can see a dwarven woman pounding away on a set of armor, and it seems like there's sort of blasts of magic coming off of it.
Oh, I'm going to run in there.
So, Quinny, you're just continuing down the street. Are you in the middle of a conversation?
I was talking to Juniper about these taverns. They can be kind of rough, so we need to basically establish that we are a tough gang together, that we're tight. We need to stick together. We got to have each other's backs, and at your end, you're gone.
Juniper, you walk into the shop, and the dwarven woman sort of looks up and says, "Oh, yeah, what do you want?"
Hi. So I noticed that you're doing magic things with the armor. I have armor that is magic. I don't want it to be on me anymore. Deal?
Oh, that looks like a fine suit of armor. Why do you want to lose that?
I'm just not a big fan. It doesn't quite fit right.
Well, it looks like it fits perfectly to me. I couldn't have sized it better myself.
Yeah, I'd like it to not fit so well.
You want it to fit worse?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'd like to take it off.
Oh, why can't you just take it off?
Because I've tried and it won't come off.
Oh.
I have gold. Please help.
I have gold. Please help.
So the blacksmith, they can safely remove it for 5,000 gold, or they can destroy it for 2,000.
Can I owe you one?
No, that's not how commerce works. That said, I might also be able to. What's the issue with the armor? Is it's not working for you?
Well, no, it's just that anything that slashes at me pretty much goes right through it.
Ah, cursed armor, huh?
Yep.
Oh yeah, you should never just put armor on without
Yeah,
checking it. She points at a
thank
sign that says you should never put armor on without testing it.
Smokey the Bear wearing armor.
She thinks she can also probably remove the cursed properties, but that's going to cost quite a bit. sort of in the 10K range.
All right. Can I give you a deposit?
How much do you think the deposit is? Also, wait a minute. I've never seen you around here before. You don't live here.
Oh no, I'm just passing through.
Jesus God, no, I'm not going to take your deposit. Are you crazy? She goes back to hammering the armor.
Oh dear. Well,
You can roll me
that's the
a
end of
persuasion
me.
check. You can roll me an intimidation check. You can roll me a deception check. What do you want to do?
I'm going to use Unsettling Visage, and I'm going to reveal that I'm a shapeshifter. So I'm going to flash into Moss's face for a moment and back.
What?
It's like, you'll take my deposit.
Oh, Jake Busey.
Famed specter from Porn Hut.
The dwarf looks truly terrified. Does that have any mechanical effect, or is that a flavor texty thing?
They just get a disadvantage on attacks. Like, it doesn't actually do
Okay,
anything.
so
other
go
than
ahead and roll
scare
an intimidation check with advantage, please.
18.
She's pretty unsettled. She offers to destroy the armor for your deposit. What is your deposit?
219 gold.
Aren't you guys stupid wealthy right now?
Not all of us. I'm reasonably wealthy. Quinny, I think, lost most of his fortune when the vault got stolen on the ship, and Juniper has never had money because we've never had monetary prizes since Juniper got here. I have 7,600 gold.
There we go.
My traveling companion has gold.
A traveling companion? That sounds fake.
No, his name is Butthole.
That really sounds fake.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
But hey, listen, you're scary as shit. So I tell you what, you bring this butthole man around, if there is such a man. And yeah, I'll see what I can do for you.
Okay, thank you. What's your name?
My name's Haywood Jablonski.
Thank you so much, Haywood. I will be back with Butthole.
Okay. Don't care for that sentence at all. So Juniper, you set out to, I guess you catch up to Quinny, who's walking up ahead.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. There was a dwarf doing magic with armor.
No, yeah, sure, I get it. Did they fix the curse thing?
No, I have to get Butthole to give me some money.
Oh, boy, I don't envy you.
But what?
I don't envy you asking Butthole for money.
Why?
I just feel like he's going to make you do something weird.
Really?
Yeah. Look, when we get to this tavern here, the Gilded Bear, if it is the kind of rough and tumble bar that I've known Three-Eyed Owl to hang out around, you and I are going to need to stick together.
Okay.
Shouldn't come to any fights or anything like that. Always aim to de-escalate, but don't let anyone push you around either.
Okay.
Okay? You want to be someone else? Because you look pretty tough to me as is. You're a big, strong lady, like...
Yes, I'm just going to be Juniper.
Excellent. So as you're moving through the nicer parts of town, things start getting a bit skeezier. You notice that the streets are less well kept up, and the sort of style of houses gets a little slouchier. Everything gets a little worse. The sort of walkways descend down towards the river in between, and you can actually see there are a bunch of places kind of carved into the wall along the side of the river. There are sort of shops that would be below street level for a bunch of places. And the further along you walk, you eventually find a small sign that's been awkwardly nailed to the wall that someone desperately trying to be fancy without actually spending any money. That says the Gilded Bear, and it's got a picture of a fox.
It was appropriated from somewhere else.
Possibly. The door, it's sort of a big, heavy iron door with one of those little eye slits in it. And inside you can hear rockets music and the sounds of glass breaking.
All right. I try to open the door.
The door is locked.
I pound on the door.
The eye slit opens and you hear some shuffling and what sounds like a footstool being dragged over. And then a little sly gnomish face peeks up over and says, "Hey, what's the password?"
Momo, what's one of the cats' names from the musical Cats?
Mungo Jerry.
The password is Mungo Jerry.
Well, shit. All right, come on in. So the little slit shuts. You hear scrambling on the other side, and then someone tugging hard at a heavy object. And then gradually the iron door jerks open. And this gnome he's a small dude, but man, he is ripped. And he's just pulling that iron ring open to the door. Says, "All right, it's two of you."
Yeah.
"Well, what's she looking at? Kind of spooky looking. What's your deal?"
And point to my mouth like I can't speak.
What does that mean?
And she's a mute.
"Oh, I'm less worried about that and more worried about her giant arms and sword."
I just shrug.
Well, we're not here to start any trouble. I'm actually here to meet someone.
"Oh, yeah? Who you meeting?"
Old Three-Eyed Owl. Do you know him?
"Oh, Three-Eyed Owl. Yeah, he's in big trouble. You want to talk to him, you better get those guys off him."
And what do I see?
You push past the gnome into the bar, and you see a couple of orcs just fucking wailing on Three-Eyed Owl, who's like against the bar, and he's kicking out and throwing wild punches, but these two orcs really have him at a disadvantage.
God, I just talked to Juniper about how we wouldn't have to get into a fight.
I'm going to put my hands up and just like, whoa, 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 hold it. Does anyone stop or notice me?
No. Piano player doesn't even stop. There's like a bard jamming on the lute.
All right.
It's a tabaxi bard rocking out, singing memory.
Juniper, that's Three-Eyed Owl. I'm going to see if I can get him out of here. Can you help me keep these guys off of him?
I just nod.
You can say yes to me.
Yeah. I look around. Yeah.
The gnome turns around and is like, hey, wait, she's no mute. Oh.
They're like, no, Juniper, go. I run in. I want to use my like halfling nimbleness and my small stature to just kind of make my way through the dog pile of orcs, grab onto old Three-Eyed Owl. What kind of creature is old Three-Eyed Owl?
You've always had a hard time classifying what exactly old Three-Eyed Owl is. His eyes extend on these little small, not stalks, but there's sort of protrusions with his eyes, and then he's got a third one coming out of his forehead.
His eyes kind of like bulge out of his skull.
Yeah, and they've got protrusions around them, so it's not like it's just the eyeballs themselves, but he's kind of got cylindrical things, and all the eyes are like looking in random directions right now as he's getting wailed on. One of them is beaten shut.
Oh my God. Is he small enough for me to grab onto him and we can start to make our way through
He's
this?
a mid-sized.
Oh, so he's bigger than me.
Yeah. So he's about human-sized, sort of like the Ninja Turtle hands. So, 2 big fingers and a thumb.
Okay.
He's trying to throw punches, and his fists are pretty big and meaty, but he's getting pounded on by these 2 orcs.
While I'm still in my armor, I am going to use myself as a bludgeon to try to just body slam the guys who are right on
Can
him.
you roll an athletics check, please?
Yes. Oh. 9.
I rolled an 18.
Oh,
So
shit.
you go to body slam the guy, he sees you coming, and he just sidesteps, so you smash off the bar. Luckily, your armor hardens as it does, but it wins you a bit. You kind of stagger back. Quinny, you manage to sneak in and grab, I guess, his head and shoulders.
Yeah.
And what are you trying to do? Like pull him up and over the bar to cover?
Yeah, just out from underneath these guys.
It's just these 2 guys that are on him. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Can you roll me, I guess, a sleight of hand check?
Okay. 23.
Because the one orc had to step aside to avoid Juniper, you managed to like pull him sideways along the bar. He sort of gets out and he's like, Quinny, oh, hey, man,
Hey, buddy, do we need to get out of here?
but I really like it here.
Let's go.
Smash cut to Dawdle and Butthole walking up to the junk shop.
So anyway, that's everything that Baba Yaga's teeth told me. I don't have very good patient-doctor confidentiality.
They didn't pay, right?
Oh, no, they didn't.
Yeah, so you don't really like, maybe, but you didn't really take the oath. You're sorting it out.
I guess. Doesn't feel right, though. I'm just really bad at keeping secrets.
That's good to know. All right, so we're there.
So you walk up, you can see there's a fence that's been made of pieces of various broken down wagons and that sort of thing. You can see they've sort of stripped things down. There's a lot of metal everywhere. You notice a lot of gears and sort of odd bits. And there seems to be a large warehouse at sort of the back end of the lot. In the front end of the lot, there's things like wagons that have been kind of built out of other wagons and some weapons. Can both of you please roll me a perception check?
It's 13.
14.
The weapons look similar, though different than the crossbow that you encountered on the road.
Interesting. I note that in my brain. And then I look at Dawdle and nod like she gets it.
I don't get it.
And then I lean down and I'm like, it's similar to the goblin stuff that we saw, but it's also different. Remember those goblins and they shot the speed crossbows? They shot you in the back.
When you think about it, everything is similar but different to other things.
You're a great Emily.
We both have 2 arms. We're more similar than you think.
I sit down on the floor. My mind is blown. I gotta just think this through for a minute.
As you do so, a rough-looking orc comes up to you. Hey, sorry, you guys looking for something? Can I help you with something?
Very nice to meet
That's
you.
nice
My
to
name's
meet you.
Donald.
Oh, thank you. It's nice to meet you. My name is Corfisham.
Very nice to meet you, Corfisham. How's your day going?
No, it's pretty good, just working away. We're building some exciting things. He's like,
What?
hey, Sid, we got customers. And sort of a tall used car salesman, handsome blonde guy comes out around the corner. He's like, oh, hi.
Hello.
Customers, oh, thanks, Corsham. And Corsham's like, yep, all right, well, you let me know if you need anything. I'll turn you over to the head of sales here, Sid Highchurch.
Cool. You know what? I'm going to let my friend Dawdle here talk with Sid. Corsham, I could actually use your help. So why don't you and I go chat?
Yeah, sure, that sounds great. Let's go. Do you want to see the grounds? Like, what do you need?
Basically, Butthole's plan was he knew he'd get bamboozled by a salesman, so he really needed to talk to someone who was not a salesman.
Okay, great. So you and Corsham start walking around and like he's showing you things that you don't really know or understand. That said, between tables and donkeys and everything else, you're like, yeah, this stuff is actually all kind of neat.
Yeah, and then because I'm not with the salesman, I want to have a completely honest discussion with Corsham where I'm like, listen, I've got a busted up airship and I need replacement parts for the airship. So like, do you have stuff for an airship?
We could fashion some, yeah, sure.
Great. What's that going to cost me?
Oh, you'd have to talk to Sid. Smash cut back to Doddle talking to Sid.
And then I have a friend named Quinny who has a demon in his head, and sometimes they have little conversations, and then my friend Juniper, she can change into other people, and it's super weird, and I don't know how she does it, and that guy over there is a prince.
Wow, I mean, that sounds like a hell of a day you're having there, Doddle.
I know, it's great.
I mean, normally people would charge for that, but here you got the high church discount. I'm going to give that therapy to you for free.
Thank you.
You're most
It's
welcome.
very kind of you.
And how about you? What's your deal? I mean, it's nice hearing about all your friends. We got Demon Boy, we got Changey Face, we got the Prince over there. How about you?
I really like popsicles.
Oh, cool. I like popsicles too.
Oh my god, we have so much in common.
We do. So, hey, you want to buy something?
Sure.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. What are you going to sell me?
All right. Well, let's go take a look around.
Okay.
So he starts just like showing you various things.
I immediately trust you in every sense of the word.
Oh, that's great. Nothing bad can come from that. Let's go. I intend to earn that trust. I'm a trustworthy fella. Anyway, this cart here is clearly worth 50 gold. Look at the fine craftsmanship of this.
How fine is this craftsmanship?
Roll me a perception check.
Alrighty. Womp.
I'll give you advantage because you are a princess. You've seen what good wagons look like.
17.
These do look well built, but they do seem to be kind of like hacked together from other things. You know, like to your eye, you start to see this place as a bit of a chop shop. Yeah, look at this totally legitimate car. And it's like, okay, but those hubcaps are clearly from a different car and that wheel's too big. So everything looks good. And you can kind of tell based on how isolated the city is that this is probably about the best you can expect around here. But yeah.
Well, this is very nice, but you know what? I don't know if we really need a cart right
Oh, of
now.
course. Someone like you wouldn't need a cart. Of course not.
Oh.
You don't have any use for a cart.
Not that I know of,
No. Okay. Well, how about these? You need weapons? I mean, you're talking about all those demons you're dealing with and spooky witches. You need something to take those guys down?
Oh, yeah, I guess we would, wouldn't we? Well, what kind of weapons do you got?
And he takes you over to like some crossbows and that sort of thing. He says, hey, you're a goblin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's great. Do any of these strike your fancy?
I
Can you
don't
roll me an insight check, please?
I'd also like to cast Detect Magic real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
10.
Okay, so you cast Detect Magic. You get the sense that Korsham's got something enchanted on him, but you get the sense that it's probably tools that he's carrying around that are enchanted, not that he has any inherent magic. You get the sense there are some magical trinkets set up around the perimeter as alarms, but you don't get any magic coming off Sid or off the weapons.
I don't know if these weapons are going to be really... Like, my friends already have weapons. So this is all very kind of you, but I think they'd be quite upset with me if, I just got them things that they didn't really need, you know?
That's the funny thing about friends, though. Sometimes they have things that they don't know they need. I mean, that's what you were telling me before. They all seem like they have a lot of needs. Maybe these weapons could solve them. And I tell you what, I'll give you a bulk discount.
A bulk discount of how much?
Yeah, well, we'll say 20 gold for each of these.
Wow, that's such a deal.
And you have a short bow, right, Quinny?
I do.
But you also have one eye now, so maybe a crossbow would be very helpful.
We did pick up one of the repeating crossbows, and I'm currently holding it, which you would know. You would have watched us do.
Thank you, Quinny. It's very convenient that the pub is like right across the street.
Yeah, it just echoes across the river.
Do I want to buy things?
Yes, of course you do.
Oh,
Smash cut back to Butthole and Courtroom. You've explained the extent of the damage. He's kind of written up an estimate for you based on what he thinks, but you really got to run it past Sid.
Here's the thing, Corsham. You're telling me I got to go to Sid. Sid seems like a bit of like a sales guy. So you're saying this is a fair price for everything.
Oh, yeah. Fairest price around.
All right, cool. Based on what I know, does this seem like fair prices? Because I've done like quarter mastery stuff for the mercs.
I
so I'd
mean,
be in
this
the
place
realm.
is pretty isolated, so that factors into it. Plus, it's an airship. It's an exotic
Yeah, of
piece,
course.
so- and you're not really near anywhere else. It's the only auto mechanic in the middle of the highway, in the middle of the desert.
It's a light screwing, but it's
Yes.
not a slaughter. What is the total quote?
It's going to be 4,000.
Okay, I'll go talk to Sid then. I'll go join the conversation.
Because I'm just saying, if you buy 10 at this price, I'll even kick in a bunch of bolts. I mean, look at how finely balanced these are. I mean, you look like someone with an eye for quality.
As I like to think of myself as someone with an eye for quality.
So what's he trying to charge you for these there?
Oh, hi.
Hello.
How much were they again?
Oh, well, sir, we're just discussing, we're closing in on a deal for a bunch of these crossbows at just 20 pieces of gold each. And I'm going to throw in all these fine bolts.
Cool. Did you look at anything else in the shop?
Oh, there was a cart.
And how much was the cart?
Oh, it was 50 gold to steal at any market.
So what you're telling me is that an entire cart is only worth 2 crossbows. Sid, I think you're coming out a little strong here with the sales, buddy.
Whoa.
Maybe they're very good crossbows.
He's going to roll a deception check. He failed.
Just keep saying,
Listen. Come on.
Listen, Sid.
Why would he lie about the quality of his goods?
Yeah, that's true. Why would I lie about the quality of my
He's
goods?
clearly lying to make more money. He's a sales guy.
What?
So, Sid, listen.
Sir, I am insulted and also caught. Yes. What do you need?
Okay, I talked to Corsham. I know what I want to buy, and I have the fair estimate for the cost. So here's what I need. I don't even let him take it from me. I just show it to him, and it's staying in my hand. I'm like, 4,000 gold for these items, according to Corsham.
Yep.
Seems fair.
Sure. Yeah, we'll get our crew right out there to get to work.
Done.
Great. So you hand him. Do you just carry that much? Is that in your
I
bag of
have
holding?
7,600 gold in my bag of holding. I'm so paranoid I didn't put it in the vault. I actually, if you remember, I traded my loot in for gold from the
That's
vault,
right. Yeah,
which is
yeah.
why Quinny was fucking furious when it went down.
Yeah.
So you give him the 4,000 gold. He says, "Okay, great. I'll get my team on it right away." And he disappears into the large workshop's the wrong term.
Cool. I'm just going to like wave Corsham over if he's still inside.
Yep.
Corsham, I trust you. I caught Sid lying to my friend.
Oh yeah, he'll do that. Sorry about that.
It's
Why
okay.
would he do that?
Because he's a salesman. That's what they do.
So
The scorpion and the toad situation.
I'm paying your estimate, so I'm happy we got this all sorted out. I don't want to threaten Sid because I don't think he could handle it with like his ego. And I don't want to threaten you. You seem like a very nice person, but we all know everything in here is a little bit chop shoppy.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm partners with the guy in the Thieves Guild, so I totally get
Oh,
it.
good. All right. Cool.
But I just want to be clear that I speak with the power of the nation of Akka. If you guys take that cash and try to run, I'm going to kill you.
I mean, wow. Okay. I mean, you look pretty horrified, little goblin.
Things just got really tense.
They did.
But you know I'm on his side, so yeah, we're gonna have to kill you.
Oh boy.
Again, I don't want to do this. We're going to be
No, we
totally
don't wanna
fine.
do
I'm
Hey,
paying
look,
money.
Look. As I said, we're going to get our crew on it right away.
Perfect. I trust you. The threat is for Sid, to be totally clear, but you'll only need that if it's necessary.
To be fair, I probably should have learned my lesson, making deals with sketchy people, so that's on me.
You just got to make the terms clear up front, which is why we did this. So I'm like, Corsham, honestly, super nice to meet you.
Thanks. Yeah. Nice to meet you too.
This has been delightful.
If this all works out, House Farch, the house that I represent, will consider you a friend.
Oh, well, thank you. That's great. Anyway, it'll take us a couple days to collect a crew, and then we'll get right to work.
Thank
See
you for
you
your
later.
time.
Thank you.
We'll leave the yard, and then I look at Donald. I'm like, you know how you said you were bad at secrets?
Yeah.
Do you think you could keep one secret if we did something together that's like a helpful one? It's not like a secret that's going to involve murder. It's a secret that's going to help somebody, but we just can't tell them. It's about the demon in Quinny.
Probably not. But I am very curious now.
We're going to have to save this for later then.
Really? Because I would really like to talk about it right now when I cast
Suggestion.
All right, how does suggestion work?
You suggest a course of activity, magically influence a creature you can see within range. He has to make a wisdom saving throw on a failed save. It pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. It does not specify that they know, so I think you can cast it quietly.
Yeah, I mean, I won't even know after. It just, it is what it is.
It's not like Zone of Truth where you know that you're being compelled.
Yeah. Or like Charm Person where they know after the spell's effects wear off.
Yep.
Cool.
Go ahead and roll a wisdom save. Doddle, what is your spell DC?
17.
Let's see what happens here.
Tell me your friendship secrets.
Got pretty high wisdom, if I remember correctly.
That's a 19.
fuck.
Damn.
But I don't know you cast that spell. So it's just me being like, I think we're going to have to wait on the secrets thing. Sorry, it's just like matters of life and death and people losing their souls. So I can't really just like share if you acknowledge that you can't keep the secret.
That's fair, but I just want to feel like part of the team,
Doddle, can you roll me a charisma save?
Goblin. 10.
10?
Yeah.
You really don't think you can keep the secret. you have a second of being like, listen, Doddle, can you do? No, it's just.
I'm very self-aware.
Do you know what? I'll share a different secret with you.
Okay.
I think Quinny is like the cutest boy in the whole world.
Aww. He might be the cutest boy in the whole world.
Smash cut back to the bar where the cutest boy in the whole world just got punched in the face by an orc. Oof.
Maybe he won't be the cutest boy in the world anymore.
So, Quinny, you're going to take 4 points of damage from a random fist as you manage to pull Three-Eyed Owl free. What do you do now that you've got him out of the heat of it?
We don't want to create a big disturbance about our presence here. Let's just end this conflict and get the hell out. So I say, Juniper, we're out of here. Come on, help me with Three Eyes.
One of you needs to help pull Three Eyes along. One of you has to get the gnome bouncer out of the way at the door.
I'm going to tackle the gnome bouncer.
Go ahead and roll an athletics check, please.
Alrighty. 12.
That's all right. He's very small.
Yes.
So he plants his feet, looks ready to like grapple you. You just plow him through the door.
Oh, no.
And into the river. But the door is open, and Quinny, you're able to get Three-Eyed Owl out. What do you do to prevent the people who are following you from following you?
Maybe I should have gone to the bar.
We're watching this from across the street as we just watch
it's
across the river, and we just watched Juniper tackle a guy into a lake.
A gnome into a lake.
Yeah, and now Quinny is running out the door with...
Are there any flocks of birds nearby?
You want to spend 2 stress? There sure can be.
If I'm spending stress, can I specify the birds?
Sure.
Cool.
It's a flock of hawks.
I am torn between seagulls and pigeons.
We were by the water.
Yeah, I'll go for seagulls.
Sure, yeah. There's seagulls.
And I just want to start yelling using my speak with animals ability. Free food! Free food! They've got free food!
Mine. And they just dive bomb. It's like the Flight of the Valkyries plays, and they just bomb into that bar. And then you ran so far away.
I did.
You got to get away.
Ran so far away.
I'm just running, yelling sorry at the poor.
And I imagine we're running along the opposite side of the river and then crossing a bridge to meet you.
Yep. Three-Eyed Owl manages to like guide you to one of his bolt holes. It's like a small loft apartment above a fish shop, so it smells kind of gross, but like it's safe for now. He's got a wrinkled poster of the Forsaken up on his wall, and he's got sort of some shabby furniture, but he welcomes you all, and he's like, "Oh, thanks for saving me back there. Man, those guys were hella pissed that I didn't want to pay my tab."
I can't imagine why. It's every good thief's right to drink for free, right?
Yeah, right. That's what I told them. And then they start trying to break my eyes.
Boy, are you all right? And I want to like look him over.
Yeah, you like open his eyelids a bit more. The top one's kind of swollen shut. He's like, "Oh, it's fine. Honestly, you all make do with 2 eye." Oh my God, what happened to your eye, Quinny?
Oh, yeah. I just plumb lost it, just
Hey, man, that happens to lots of people I know, Old One-Eyed Willie and Two-Eyed
old
Steve.
one-eyed stink.
Old
You know
One-Eyed
him?
Stink, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
I
I used
was
to run a
chatting with
group.
him, a little while ago.
We had a whole eye-themed thing and an old thing. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Come on in, make yourself comfortable. Who are your friends?
This is Doddle.
Hello, it's very nice to make your acquaintance.
It's very nice to meet you. I don't know many goblins who come into town. That's cool.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah,
scarf
yeah.
back up.
That scarf definitely erases my memory of seeing you just now. That's great. How about this guy?
This is Butthole Farch.
No,
I am the leader of House Farch. You have met my court jester, Quinny. This is my hand, Juniper, and my Emily, Doddle.
I'm still just old Three-Eyed Owl, but it's nice to meet you, sir.
Can I be called Two-Eyed Doddle from here on out? Does it make me sound tougher?
I think it definitely makes you sound tougher. I mean, look at this idiot. And I point at Quinny. I'm like, he's only got one eye. So this is my Emily, Two-Eyed Doddle. You don't have to call me sir. Friend of the court jesters is a friend of mine.
That's great. And how about her?
Oh, well, he already said that her
That's
name
the
is
hand,
Juniper.
Juniper.
Juniper. Yeah, good. That tackle was great.
Oh, thanks.
I really hope that gnome can swim.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't look back.
Me too.
Wow, your guys' trip sound way more exciting than ours. I almost bought a cart, and that was the most exciting thing.
Oh, what,
that
from the
happened.
chop shop?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You seem so nice.
I mean, I'm a professional crook, but wow, those guys, they're something else.
What do they do? What are you talking about?
Oh, I mean, you saw their stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Swindlers.
Yeah, they don't build that.
We have a couple questions for you.
Wait, they don't build that? Just a second. Everybody shut the fuck up. What do you mean they don't build that?
No, I mean, she's a goblin. She should know.
Yes, I know so much about being a goblin.
Yeah.
We don't
She
need to
knows
do
so
this
much
right now.
So-
Pretend she's not here. I gave them money. What's happening right now?
Oh, well, what'd you give them money for?
To help rebuild an airship that I need to rebuild.
they'll make sure it gets done, but they're not going to do it.
Who's doing it?
They're going to make the Jerrys do it. It's all Jerry tech. They don't build anything. They just enslaved a bunch of Jerrys. They get them to build everything.
Okay, I don't like that they're slavers. I'm going to have to
no.
deal with that later. But
That's
the Jerry's...
as in goblins?
Yeah, I mean, like, they're different from this one, I guess.
They're slaves?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, not all of them, I assume, but yeah, they're the little TikTok goblins. They make all the cool gear. Like that crossbow Quiddy's got.
You know how we don't have a great healthcare system? Our union's not great either.
Do you know what? This is the problem, people. Chipping away at the power of unions. I bet there's union busting laws here. They allow legal slavery. I mean, if you're owned by the employer, how can you effectively unionize? I'm going to liberate goblins again. And I'm going to unionize goblins again.
Before Butthole declared his newest crusade here, we were hoping to talk to you about the Hourglass of Eternity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No,
we're
dude,
new in
no,
town,
no,
man.
no. You're not going
yes.
after that.
Oh,
What?
yes,
Yes,
we
we
are.
are.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
my God! What?
You want in on that glory, right?
No, are you
don't
kidding?
want to. You don't want people to know that.
Look, I saw what happened to the guys who went after it last time.
Tell me about him.
Dead,
I mean, how dead?
flayed in the town square. Dead.
Oh God.
The
one of
Gremlocks
those
are
towns.
fucked up. Baroness Gremlock is a monster.
Oh, so we got caught.
Yeah.
We just don't get caught.
I know that you're not going to do it, but if you were to do it, how would you do it?
Oh, gee. Oh, man. You guys are crazy.
Yes.
But, I like you.
Thank you. I like you too.
Yeah. All right. Cool. I like that scarf gag. That was fun. That was a fun bit.
Oh, you
All
seem
right.
delightful. Other than the part about, you not paying your tab at the bar.
Whoa. It's every thief's right to drink for free.
I'm so angry about the slavery that I've discovered I've accidentally helped fund that in the background, without even thinking it, I just signed the Forsaken poster as the Forsaken.
Whoa,
his
hey, that
Forsaken
looks
side is
that
coming
looks a
out.
lot like his signature. I've seen it on a few things.
You're a fan, huh?
Oh, yeah, huge fan.
If you help us out, I'll introduce you to the Forsaken.
Oh, you know the Forsaken?
I know the Forsaken.
What about Murder Child?
First of all, that's a stupid made-up name for some for
Nope,
someone.
it's perfect, and it is a real thing.
What about Death Wolf?
100%.
Wow.
We will let you in on the coolest secret about those three that exists in the whole world. And I know Donald also likes secrets, so
Love
You like secrets?
Yeah.
I like secrets too. We should swap secrets
we have
sometime
so
later.
much in common.
Yeah, this is great. I just like having friends. Honestly,
I like having
this
friends
place,
too.
This place is really scary some
I
days.
like this guy. Oh,
Yeah.
is it scary? How do you feel about that?
Honestly,
I
do you
just
have
give
a
her
minute?
10
No,
gold.
great.
Aw.
I'm sending you two on a dinner date together when this adventure's over.
Ship it.
So he's like, okay, so you guys want in on Gremlock Manor? That's your target?
if that's where the
The
hourglass, of eternity is.
Wow. Okay. Honestly, I've never cased the joint. A couple looks was enough. It's heavily guarded, huge magic influence. The Gremlock family used to mess around with some pretty shady shit. They're pretty spooky folks. They don't seem to have much magic anymore, but there's a lot of magic. And then there are hills, so you got to be pretty careful. Place is well guarded. Well, I mean, particularly with the wedding coming up.
There's a wedding?
Oh, yeah. You guys haven't heard? Oh, I guess you're new here, huh?
We did hear about that and how it was.
Well,
gonna
we heard there was going to be a
happening
gift
soon.
of something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about a
What's
wedding.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're going to have to tell me about the wedding right fucking now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Another fan of weddings. That's cool.
Yeah, I love weddings. Tell me about it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. The royal wedding.
The royal.
Yeah, the queen's coming. She's
Cool.
gonna marry the baroness. You guys haven't heard about this? Seriously, it's been huge news here. This elven queen is coming to marry the baroness, and the baroness, like honestly, the Gremlocks have wanted to be royalty forever. So this is a pretty big deal. So they're doing 3 days of festivities. It's going to be a madhouse.
Who should marry the baroness marrying?
Oh, I don't know. Apparently, just an elf queen.
Is that Queen Silverthorn?
Oh yeah. That sounds about right.
Of course, it fucking is.
Do you know her?
Only through friends of friends.
I mean, I guess you hang around with a lord.
I'm still fuming. It's true.
You do a really good Forsaken.
Thank you. I'm just trying to hold it in now. Okay, so there's 3 days of partying, which means if they're anywhere near the ground, security's got to be a little more lax. Stuff will be busy. Ideal thieving time.
I guess. And honestly, yeah, I guess there's a lot of opportunities. They've got a lot of events planned, 3 days of festivities. They're being pretty strict on the guest list. Plus, the queen is bringing her honor guard. They've got a whole thing coming. There will be some chaos, sure, but it's also, you're going to be under a pretty fine lens.
As a traveling lord representing a car, do you think I could get myself onto any of these lists along with perhaps an entourage of my representatives?
Well, I mean, you might be able to get on, but no, they're being real careful about not letting too many people. And that said, part of the festivities, it's a tradition here in Handor that you can earn the right to attend these things. It's kind of how they try and keep the common people involved in everything. So there are actually a few chances to win an invitation that perhaps you could participate in. I think you could probably talk your way in as a lord, but for the rest of you, there's, the Tournament of Champions. That's going to be like a tournament where all sorts of different fighters enter and try and win the right to be the official champion of the wedding. There's the bestowing of gifts. Basically, everyone is allowed to present one gift, and the best gift gets to present it at the wedding, which is pretty exciting. And of course, there's the masquerade, where the greatest masked dancer will also win an invitation. So 3 days of festivities. I mean, you guys could probably score some shit throughout that. I mean, there's going to be lots of rich people to rob. Maybe you can win one or two. I don't know.
Okay, I talked my way in, so I don't have to worry about these. But
Yeah.
Juniper, you're like a kick-ass fighter, so you'd be a good Tournament of Champions. Quinny, you're the most agile halfling in the world, probably, so I bet you dance like a motherfucker. And Doddle, Quinny is the best thief in the world, so he can steal you a hell of a gift.
Oh, that sounds pretty. Well, not ideal, but it'll do.
What if we could steal it from someone evil?
Oh, okay, that's fine, I guess.
Also, I don't really think they're going to let a goblin in if they know you're a goblin.
I could change myself into a halfling maybe, but not for very long.
You could also just wear a mask.
It's a masquerade.
A masquerade. Then you have to dance, right? If for the masquerade, is that how the...
Oh, yeah. Best costume, best dancing.
All right, so you're going to dance. Quinny, you're on the gift. This feels like it plays to everybody's strengths.
I don't think that plays to my strengths very well.
Well, then we're going to have to cheat. And that's fine. We've done it before, and we'll do it again.
That plays to our strengths actually much better.
I'm looking at Quinny, and I'm looking at Dawdle. What's the height difference?
I think Quinny's a bit taller, but not much.
If we choose the right costume, we could have one dance, and I look at Quinny, and one accept the reward, and I look at Dawdle. We just need two of the same costume and fun.
I can also make myself look like Quinny.
This is going to be the best heist ever. Also, I need to kill those two people at the junkyard.
Oh, no.
After or first?
After.
Okay, after. We'll do it after.
Yeah, just the less murders that we're tied to before we do our big job, the better.
These are the goblins that did try to kill us.
Unless
though,
those are the
right?
free ones. It's weird because you also don't know if they were enslaved if someone made them attack us.
Oh,
Maybe
moral ambiguity.
now would be a good time to revive an asphyxiated goblin.
We have an asphyxiated goblin in our pouch of holding.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I got one in my fridge. I'm kidding. You're kidding too, right?
The corpses, I've laid it out on the floor in front of me.
He just like vomits onto himself. He's like, "Oh God, what happened to him?
Al?
What'd you do to? Are you? Holy shit, man!
It's okay, it's just temporary.
Calm down. We accidentally killed him.
And calm me down.
I reach down and I just start a chant. I realize how long the spell takes.
How long are we
I'm like,
talking here?
Al, I need you to sit down. And then everybody else, I just need a steady beat. Juniper, you know what to play. Dawdle kicks off. I like that a lot. Juniper, follow that with the music. Quinny, you got to sing the words. And you know the song that brings people back from the dead. It's called Teenage Dirtbag. And I stand over the body and I just start farting and then inhaling. And the fart starts cycling through my body and then cycling through the goblin's body so that his breath is now matching mine and I'm speeding up his heart. And for an hour, you guys play Teenage Dirtbag on a loop. And then the goblin is alive.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad we described that. I don't know why you as a player keep thinking I as a player know any of the words to that fucking song.
I think I'm gonna go.
No, please stay. It's such a delight to have you here in our presence.
Al, this goblin attacked us first.
And it's alive now.
And you owe me for paying your bar tab.
I grab his sleeve with my little goblin hand.
Please stay.
Oh, that's fucking adorable. All right, sure. I
Al,
guess.
look on the bright side. If anybody dies, I will bring them back.
Except for the two guys at the junkyard.
Moonhammer, the goddess I serve, runs hell. So, like, I could put in a good word even if shit goes really bad.
Wait,
We're all just going to have a party.
Have you guys been to hell?
Many times. Not me particularly, but these guys have been to hell more times than anyone I've ever met ever. It's very impressive.
Yeah, that
I
seems like
haven't.
an unreasonable amount of times to go to hell.
I feel like one time
That,
is an
that seems too
unreasonable
many. I mean,
amount
like,
of time,
Juniper, you
yeah.
haven't been.
No.
Do you want to go?
Not yet.
God. And he just like looks to Dawdle like we're the only two sane people
And I
left
just
in this room.
pick the goblin up and like take off its blindfold. Hey, but I'm speaking orc, so it doesn't really work. And I'm like, nah, I fucked this up.
He's like heaving breaths and panicking and
Yeah.
looking around with his mittened hands.
Hello,
Ah!
and Goblin.
Oh,
You must have been through quite an ordeal. How do you feel about that?
not great.
Whoa. What was your experience like? Why don't you walk me through it?
There was a white light and then a waiting room.
That's great. Who hired you?
No one hired me.
Why
just-
did you attack us then?
I didn't attack them. I attacked you.
Why?
Your tribe has been hunting us for years.
Well, not me personally.
Yeah, you personally.
No, I've never been to your tribe.
That's
Are
not
you-
true. You killed a bunch of my friends. You led the attack. I know. I recognize you. You cast your spells. You blew a bunch of us away.
Oh, I forgot. I guess.
Ask him about the slavery thing at the junkyard.
Sorry, I'm intaking a lot of information in these past two conversations.
Don't worry, I'm getting about 20% of it. Or, for me, the whole thing.
Oh.
He goblin, you goblin bad. You say not bad. Ooh.
He starts trying to like saying it in goblin, so it's kind of coming through in orcish to you. She monster, Kara Voidwalker, monster demon, kill all friends. Kill you, kill her first.
Kara Voidwalker?
It Voidwalking. And he starts like scrambling across the floor.
Wait. That's not me. That's my twin sister.
He yells bullshit, which sounds the same in both orcish and goblin. He's like hiding behind you now.
I look back at him and I'm talking in orc. The junkyard. People enslave your tribe?
Yes, we build.
You want build or want build?
We like build, just build for us, not build for big angry man and scary orc. Scary orc, torture us till build.
Was there a scary orc at the yard?
You talked to a very nice orc for a while.
Oh, Corsham? That motherfucker.
How about this? I promise that I won't attack your clans anymore, and we're gonna free you.
What about all the other people you led? What about your entire tribe?
Well, I don't know
You've
about
been
that.
pillaging and destroying.
I am only responsible for my own actions.
Yes, and you're a monster.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna not be a monster anymore, and we're gonna free your people. How's that sound?
I mean, I like the free my people part. Also, you guys killed me. You left me in a bag and I choked to death.
And then we brought you back.
That oops. That no me.
That big oops.
Me agree. Me also bring back from dead.
I think it's more important that we're deciding to make good decisions now than the bad decisions that we have made in our past, don't you?
That does sound reasonable.
It does, doesn't it?
But it also sounded reasonable when you came to my people with an offer of peace and then slaughtered us.
Oh my god, I was really bad.
Yeah, you're really scary.
Oh.
But I mean,
Oh my god, and now I'm gonna get married and I'm gonna be the princess of a whole. I'm gonna empower the. Sorry, I'm having a mental breakdown at the moment, which is very
Quinny, you know how to end these. You need to end
okay,
these.
I just came back from the dead, and I mean, all the
Donald.
people I know are dead.
Donald.
Yeah.
What is he saying?
Oh yeah. I translate everything basically that she just said. So I'm apparently in the body of a goblin warlord, and I'm very upset about it. Because that means a goblin warlord is in my body. He's going to take over my entire... Oh. The end, and they all lived happily ever after.
I think Donald, you're looking at this in a very negative light. I want to try to spin this around. Remember where we were trying to look for the good solution and you didn't want to kill anyone.
Yeah.
You are clearly have been possessed by a genocidal maniac who must be stopped. If you make them a goblin again, they're just going to murder a bunch of people. So we sort of have to kill them.
Yeah.
It's
that's
moral.
the problem. It's going to be really hard.
No, it's so much easier than you think.
Right now is
really
where,
is.
like, if this was the clip show, we would just cut to all the various murders that you guys have callously
All
done
the
over the
wizards
series.
and warlords.
And then just occasional cuts of Juniper just like standing around politely or like only honorably killing people in battle.
And yelling sorry.
I was going to say 80% of this montage is Alan. But, Donald, can you check with the goblin and see if we free them if they'd help with our airship?
They seem very upset about what this goblin karma whatever did when she was a goblin.
So look on the bright side. We're going to kill that goblin. We're going to turn you into a person. That goblin ceases to exist. Problem solved.
When you put it like that, that sounds pretty easy.
All it takes is murder.
All it takes is murder, new goblin friend.
If we free your tribe, we just discovered Butthole's American. Just talk slower and louder and they'll understand you. If we free your tribe, can you help with our airship that crashed?
Of course, we build airships. Airships easy. Airships fun.
Yeah, we'll help you out then. How about
Hey,
that?
Can I just try something real quick? And I gesture towards the goblin and I say, do you speak common?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
we all speak common.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That will make things easier.
Cool,
yeah. Okay. She's a murderous monster, and please.
No.
Oh wait. Sorry. We should translate for him. I don't think he speaks common.
No, I speak common too.
Wait, oh.
Remind me, we're going to open with do you speak common in future conversations. So here's the deal. We got an airship that crashed, and I am sorry about the murder. That was very unintentional. I haven't put stuff in the bag of holding before. I'd actually intended this to be a very humane situation. So not happening again.
And I'm
Lesson
very
learned.
sorry about all the genocide.
Can we tell this goblin the truth so that we can kind of try to clear this up?
Yeah. I'm not a goblin. I'm not the warlord. I never committed that genocide.
Have you ever heard of a body switcheroo?
There is no war in Bossing Say.
Wait. You mean like the traveling show Freaky Friday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. This is a Freaky Friday. This is an elven princess. the princess who's getting married this week. The princess getting married is the murderous person who killed your tribe.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's not a great situation.
Okay, hey, sorry I yelled at you and stuff. Just the body you're wearing killed a bunch of my friends.
That's okay. It's completely understandable.
Okay.
I'm sorry that we killed your friends. If your friends kept those bodies, I can bring them back to life for you.
No, we burn our bodies.
Well, then I can't really do much, but I can check in with them in hell and
Look,
make sure they're okay.
I understand. That was a mistake. Also, I don't know what you think is down there, but I ended up in a waiting room that was just covered in demon blood. There was a corpse in the corner, and I don't know what happened down there, but it's real scary.
You know, corporate politics. There's a problem with upper middle management right now.
Oh.
May I just say that you are the most eloquently spoken goblin that I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh, thank you very much. We TikTok folk, we Jerry's like to keep it tight. That's what we do.
Basically, here's what's going on. Jerry, right?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Fabulous.
Jerry Jerryson.
Jerry Jerryson.
Is that Voidwalker, Kara Voidwalker? She used magic before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have magic until I was like this.
What was your old body really good at?
I could walk with a book on my head for a long time.
This is going to be
this is
an
gonna
easy
be
murder.
fucking
yeah.
easy.
Oh, yeah. Dead AF.
Yeah.
So
We rigged the book to explode.
I was just, I was just wondering, how far away is your village?
We have to keep moving so the junkyard traffickers don't find us, but we're a couple days out.
How long is this wedding gonna be?
3 days. There were 3 days of celebrations.
And on
I
the
think.
fourth day is the wedding.
Thank you, Alan.
Dang it! Do you think you could get there and back again within 4 days?
I mean, I could try.
I was just wondering if you could go to your tribe and be like, "Hey guys, we gotta go kill the Void Walker."
I can tell them. I don't think they'll come, though. The finest Jerry technology couldn't even stop her.
And now you have the help of new friends.
Hey,
And
listen.
anything is possible as long as you stick together.
But you're asking me to go alone.
What if we all go and free the enslaved goblins and they can be our help because they're here and then they get freed and he can lead that population because he knows them?
There's a bunch in the workshop. I mean, they've got them working night and day to turn out new tech and carts.
That's
Yeah.
horrible.
So we go free them and then they can help us.
Does that plan sound good to everybody else?
As long as you don't think it's going to attract too much attention to us trying to get this hourglass of eternity.
I'd look to Alan.
Look at us.
Al.
What about?
Listen, I'm a lord. You got to call people by their full name. Alan. It's
Then it's
is it
old
Alan?
three-eyed Al. This is full name.
It's true.
Old three-eyed Al.
Thank you.
How many people use that junkyard?
Seems like it's across the river from a pretty nasty part of town.
It is,
Don't think
and
people
it's-
would mind if a little bit of a tussle went down and some people died?
I mean, they supply a lot of people, but yeah, I mean, I've seen problems go down around there.
What if we, took care of the junkyard people and then we would have kind of like a hideout situation and with the goblins and they wouldn't even have to leave.
I do like that.
We do a hostile takeover of this fucking junkyard. Who feels like owning a junkyard? I raise my hand.
Goblin Jr. raises a paw.
Quinny will raise his hand.
Jerry raises his hand.
I'm okay with this.
Doddle, do you want to vote? Or would you rather abstain for moral reasons?
Well, I do want to feel like part of the team. And then put my hand up.
And that's when the gang decided to get into the junkyard business.
This episode of Dum Dums and Dragons features the voices of Ryan LaPlante at the Ryan LaPlante on Twitter, Tyler Hewitt at Tyler_Hewitt on Twitter, Laura Hamstra at EL Hamstring on Twitter, our special guest, and our DM Tom McGee at McGeeTD on Twitter. This episode's sound was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Dum Dums and Dragons artwork is by Del Borovic, who can be found at delborovic.com. Our theme songs are And Now for That Massive Coronary and Skipping Through the Orchestra Pit Part 1 by Peter Gresser, and our ad music is No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, all available at freemusicarchive.org. When it comes to Dum Dums and Dice, you can visit our website at dumdumdice.com. Our Twitter and Instagram are at dumdumdice, and on Facebook at facebook.com/dumdumdice. But most importantly, we've got merchandise at redbubble.com/people/dumdumdice, or you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. And tune in next week for more Dum Dums and Dragons.